Do you remember where you were when you were driving in Butler County? Which
Uh,
highway?
yeah, I know it was on the highway. I just don't remember the name of the highway.
What towns were you between, if any?
Um, just coming out of El Dorado, I believe.
Mr. Regier, was he out there on 254?
A busy Kansas courtroom opens with Dean Everett Simons facing another driving while suspended charge after a previous conviction. A guilty plea arrives quickly, but the toughest decisions are still ahead. Stay until the verdict, because every detail matters. Subscribe for more dramatic courtroom breakdowns and updates today.
In 25 TR 2257, State of Kansas versus Dean Everett Simons, all parties that is before. Jared Regier for the state, Darren Patterson for the defendant, who also appears in person. Mr. Patterson.
Judge, before I make an announcement, I just ask Mr. Regier what's requested. Is that acceptable?
Your Honor, the state is prepared to proceed in this matter.
Judge, I would announce this time pursuant to the amended information filed October 13, 2025. My client would be entering a plea of guilty to the sole charge of driving while suspended after previous conviction for driving on a suspended driver's license.
I'm sorry, you said he's pleading guilty, no contest. What did you say he's pleading to it?
Guilty, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Simons, you're charged in count 1, the sole count, driving while suspended after prior conviction, a Class A non-person misdemeanor. How do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
By pleading guilty, you're admitting that you did drive while you were suspended on October 3rd,
Yes, ma'am.
and that you had a prior conviction for the same on March 6th, 25 in Derby.
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone making you enter this guilty plea today by any threats or promises other than your plea agreement?
No, ma'am.
You understand you're giving up your right for trial. You'll be convicted and unable to appeal your conviction.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I find that you're knowingly and voluntarily entering this plea of guilty and find you guilty as charged. Recommendations for sentencing, Mr. Regier.
Yes, Your Honor. In this matter, the state is prepared to recommend the minimum fine required by law of $100, that the court determine appropriate court costs and determine attorney's fees, as well as a suspended jail sentence of 6 months, subject to a year of reporting probation, all standard conditions, including a $6 probation fee. The state has no objection to the defendant serving the 10 days house arrest in lieu of 5 days jail as required by statute, subject to such terms as the court may determine appropriate, and any other orders the court may deem appropriate, given the time frame between the current state of count 1 and the prior conviction, as indicated in count 1 of the amended information.
Very well. Mr. Patterson, anything further?
We'd ask court to adopt the recommendation, Your Honor. Thank you.
Very well. Mr. Simons, where do you work?
I just started. Today is my first day at my new job at Hall Industries in Wichita, Kansas.
Full time?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I do, let's see. I fine you $100 and 6 months jail. You'll be assessed 108 court costs, $60 supervision fee, and $250 attorney fee for a total of $518. If you don't want to do the 6 months in jail, you need to successfully complete a 1-year reporting probation. So you'll need to call probation at 322-4153. As soon as this is over, and if they're at lunch, call them back at later after lunch. But you've got to call and report today. All standard conditions of probation will apply, and they'll go over those with you. And if I didn't say it, I am giving you $250 towards your attorney fees for a total of $518. And I'm in order that you pay a sixth of that each month, with the first payment being due July 15th, 2026, and then an equal payment due each month on the 15th day thereafter until paid. Your probation again is for 1 year. If you do well, you can always ask for early termination. Anything else, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, there is still the statutory 5 days. State
Oh,
had previously addressed that in the context of plea negotiations.
you did. Mr. Simons, do you want to do 5 days in jail or 10 days house arrest?
Could I do house arrest so I could still work, please?
What day do you want to? Well, yeah, I'm gonna give you up to 7 days to start that house arrest, and you can have work release. But you go to work, you work your 40 hours or whatever, and then get home. Don't make this one of those deals where you spend all your day at the work just to avoid house arrest.
Yes, ma'am. I work 2 jobs as well, so I don't know how that works out because I work here at Hall Industries, and then I also work for my uncle at his shop and help him at his diesel shop, repair shop as well.
How many hours a week are you asking for work?
I work anywhere from 75 to 80 on a regular work week normally.
That's circumventing arrest.
But I'm willing. I can cut it down to 50 and just not help my uncle if that's possible.
Mr. Regier, your thoughts? I just don't want him circumventing house arrest and going home just to sleep.
Your Honor, the state's understanding is that traditionally this court has authorized 40 hours a week of work release subject to electronic monitoring in these kinds of situations. The state has no knowledge as to the defendant's current employment circumstances, so state will defer to the court as to that particular issue.
Mr. Patterson?
And again, Judge, my only concern is losing a new job that he just received, and I don't, that might really set him back in his probation also. So I think telling the court what he thinks he can get away with would ask the court to consider that. Thank you.
So you're suggesting 50 hours a week?
Yes, ma'am.
How much does Hall want you there?
That's how much they want me here. It's 10-hour days, ma'am.
5 days a week at 10 hours a day, they want you there 50 hours?
Yes, ma'am.
This is where the hearing gets interesting. Instead of simply approving house arrest, the judge carefully limits work hours to prevent abuse while protecting Mr. Simon's new job. That balance between accountability and opportunity defines good sentencing. Would you have ruled the same way? Share your opinion.
No more than 50 hours a week. You must have EMD. You must verify your work, and no working for the uncle.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is done. All
I
right.
appreciate it.
All right. Anyone else have anything?
I just want to make sure he has a phone number to call electronic monitoring. Do you have that ready, Mr. Simons?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that phone number is 316-322-0021. Call them after this hearing and start working out with them to make sure you're on it before next Monday.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Simon, you may go.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
You're welcome. You too. What about Paul Michael Thomas? Are we ready for him?
Which case was that, Judge?
Thomas, next alphabetically.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Thomas, start your audio video. We'll be on the record in 25 TR 2005, State of Kansas versus Michael Paul Thomas. Please announce appearances.
Jared Regier on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appear on behalf of Michael Thomas. Mr. Thomas does appear via Zoom audio visual. Judge, this is a case where I am asking the court to allow it to be set over to a new court date, as well as ask for additional discovery. That would be the video of the stop in the case, Your Honor.
Mr. Regier, any response?
One moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, the state's information is that the apparent discovery request on the record was complied with by the state approximately 2 months prior. Insofar as the continuance is concerned, state does not have an objection.
All right, well, I'm ordering the discovery and you guys can work it out how he's gonna receive it. Make sure he gets it or has it, figure out where it is.
I do have the answer for that. If the state could just make a note to reinitiate that on their DocuShare system, then we can download it.
I'll put a note in the file, Your Honor.
All right. Now then, do we still have August 31st available, clerk?
We have one last spot.
All right, Mr. Thomas, I'm going to give you the valued spot of August 31st. I'm actually going to order that you come back here at 8 a.m. to be available by Zoom for Mr. Patterson. I will continue the $4,000 surety bond you posted January 7, 2026, with the condition that you reappear August 31st at 9 a.m. and that you be available to Mr. Patterson as directed. If there's nothing further, we'll be in recess and Mr. Thomas is excused from today's proceedings.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. You may go. Is Kareem Wall here?
As he should be. I talked to him earlier.
Okay, we are on the record in 2023 TR 0400, State of Kansas versus Kareem Xavier Wall. Please announce appearances.
Jared Regier on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appear on behalf of Kareem Wall. Mr. Wall does appear via Zoom audio visual. Mr. Regier, what is requested? Is that acceptable?
Clerk, are you still with me? Clerk Jennifer? I see
Yes.
there's a Maddie Hernandez on here. Didn't we continue that?
One moment, Your Honor. Let me look. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Judge, that's my case, and we have not taken that up yet.
Okay.
Your Honor, the state is prepared to proceed in this matter.
All
Your Honor,
right.
when announced this time, pursuant to plea negotiations, Mr. Wall will enter a plea of guilty to, and this is to the second amended information filed November 7, 2025, that he would be pleading guilty to count 3, driving while suspended after previous conviction for driving while suspended. States agreed to dismiss remaining charges.
Your agreement, Mr. Regier?
That is the state's understanding of this matter, Your Honor.
Thank you. Is that your understanding of the agreement, Mr. Wall?
Yep. Say that one more time.
Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
A brand new defendant, Kareem Wall, steps forward with a negotiated guilty plea after the state agrees to dismiss remaining charges. Even with an agreement, the judge carefully confirms every fact before accepting the plea. That careful questioning protects fairness and keeps the entire process transparent for everyone.
How do you plead to count 3, driving while suspended after prior conviction for the same?
Guilty, Your Honor.
By pleading guilty, you are admitting that you were driving while your license was suspended in Butler County,
Yes, ma'am.
and that at the time you had a prior conviction for driving while suspended.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you remember where you were when you were driving in Butler County? Which highway?
Yeah, I know it was on the highway. I just don't remember the name of the highway.
What towns were you between, if any?
Just coming out of El Dorado, I believe.
Mr. Regier, was he out there on 254?
Your Honor, were this case proceed to trial, the state would proffer on the issue of jurisdiction that the January 29th, 2023 stop occurred on I-35 at approximately milepost 71. State's information is that is within Butler County boundaries, slightly north of El Dorado city limits.
All right, but on the Kansas Turnpike, Mr. Wall, does that sound familiar?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, I'm going to accept your plea and find you guilty of driving while suspended after prior conviction Recommendations for sentencing, Mr. Regier?
Yes, Your Honor. Pursuant to plea negotiations, the state is prepared to recommend the minimum fine required by law of $100, that the court impose appropriate court costs as well as determine attorney fees. State is further recommending a suspended jail sentence of 6 months, subject to a year of reporting probation, all standard conditions, including a $6 probation fee. State has no objection to the defendant serving 10 days house arrest. In lieu of the 5 days jail is required by statute, subject to such terms as the court may deem appropriate.
Mr. Patterson, anything further?
Would ask court to adopt the recommendation, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Wall, where do you work?
I'm a school teacher, but we're out for the summer.
Okay. Your fine is $100, court costs $108, supervision fees $60, and you're going to pay $250 of your attorney fees. I think that's about 518-ish. Your sentence is 6 months in jail. I will suspend that as long as you successfully complete a 1-year reporting probation. All standard conditions will apply. Do you want to do 5 days in jail or 10 days house arrest?
10 days house arrest.
I will give you 7 days from the state to be on EMD and start your 10 days house arrest. All standard conditions of probation. You will be ordered to pay 1/6 of the total due each month until paid in full. First payment being due July 15th, and then one payment due on the 15th of each month thereafter until paid in full. And like I said, your probation is 1 year. Anything else, Mr. Regier, that we need to address?
Forgive me, Your Honor. Was that the 1/6 as far as the court's order of repayment?
Yes.
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Mr. Patterson?
Judge, I just want to make sure Mr. Wall has the phone number for electronic monitoring. And sir, that phone number for you to call after court is 316-322-0021. Make sure and call them so that you're on that before next Monday.
All right, Mr. Wall, I think that's it. Good luck to you, and you may go at this time.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All other charges are dismissed on motion of the state. We'll now take up Wolken on the record in BU 2025 TR 667, State of Kansas versus Justin Bruce Wolken. Please announce appearances.
Jerry Regier on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appear on behalf of Bruce Wolken, who does appear personally. Judge, I would first of all ask Mr. Regier what's requested acceptable.
Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, the state is prepared to proceed in this matter.
Judge then would announce at this time, pursuant to the information filed March 31, 2025, my client would be entering a plea of guilty to the sole count driving while suspended, Class B, non-person misdemeanor.
Mr. Wolken, how do you plead to driving while suspended?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you believe you were in fact guilty driving with a suspended license?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anyone making you enter this plea today by any threats or promises other than your plea agreement?
No, ma'am.
You understand with this plea, you're giving up your right to a trial. Even though you won't be admitting it, you'll still be found guilty and unable to appeal your conviction.
Yes, ma'am.
And you do want to enter this plea of guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, the officer's ticket said this was December 10th, 2024 at about 3:20 in the afternoon. Do you agree with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you were on Highway 400 at milepost 240. Do you agree with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And he says you were driving a 97 Nissan Sentra automobile. Would you agree with that?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. I will find you guilty of driving while suspended. Recommendations for sentencing Mr.
Multiple defendants, guilty pleas, probation conditions, and carefully structured sentences showed how Kansas courts balance punishment with second chances. Every ruling emphasized responsibility while protecting legal rights through detailed questioning and clear conditions. Like, share, and subscribe for more shocking courtroom stories and dramatic legal breakdowns every week.